Welcome to this explainer. Okay, so if you've recently moved to Spain, you already know the deal. The culture, the food, the whole lifestyle, it's absolutely incredible, right? But you've also probably slammed face first into a slightly less exciting reality: Spanish bureaucracy. Look, we know the paperwork can feel like an absolute nightmare for newly arrived foreigners. The sheer mountain of documents and procedures, it's completely overwhelming. But take a breath, don't worry, because today, this explainer is going to be your ultimate, step-by-step guide to locking down your official digital identification. We're literally going to turn you into a master of Spanish online government portals.
Let me ask you a question, and I bet it's a highly relatable one. Are you already sick and tired of trying to book in-person appointments? If you've been in Spain for more than a few days, you have definitely encountered the dreaded cita previa, that mandatory prior appointment you desperately need just to hand over some basic form. It's this crazy loop, right? Like needing an appointment just to ask someone how to make an appointment. Waking up at the crack of dawn, refreshing the website 100 times, waiting weeks just to talk to a person at a desk. It's incredibly frustrating. But I am here to promise you a digital solution that's going to let you bypass those lines entirely.
Okay, let's dive into this bureaucracy buster roadmap. First, the 2 digital keys. Second, what these keys unlock. Third, the essential document checklist. Then we'll walk through the steps to register for clave, followed by the steps to get your FNMT, and finally, we'll wrap up with some final tips and a disclaimer.
Section 1. The 2 digital keys. This right here is where we establish the essential rule of 2.
So in Spain, you have 2 completely different electronic ID systems. Please do not mix these up. On one side, we have clave. Think of this as a fully cloud-based login system that you can set up online in, honestly, 10 minutes, and it's sufficient for most of your daily tasks. On the flip side is the FNMT electronic certificate. Now, this is a really powerful, universally accepted digital file that you actually download and install on your browser. And because it allows for legally binding digital signatures, it requires exactly 1 in-person visit to verify it's really you. So both of these are totally free, but their mechanics are just fundamentally different.
Section 2. What these keys unlock. I mean, why do you actually need these things to survive out here?
Now, what's really interesting about this is that with either clave or the FNMT certificate, incredible power is suddenly right at your fingertips. You instantly unlock the AEAT, the tax agency, where you can file taxes or handle vehicle registration taxes like the IEDMT. You can seamlessly access the DGT, the traffic department, to pay fines or handle vehicle deregistration. You also get full access to Seguridad Social, Social Security, to manage your health card or check your employment history. And it goes even further than that. You can access the SCP for unemployment benefits and your local ayuntamiento or city council for things like your empadronamiento registry or local taxes. Literally no travel to the office required.
Section 3, the essential document checklist. Because look, before we start clicking anything, you really need to gather your materials.
All right, here is your rigid checklist. Honestly, go ahead and gather these right now. First, you absolutely need a valid TIE with your NIE number on it. This is your physical Spanish residency card. You've got to have it in your hand. Second, you need a smartphone with a working camera. This is a total must for the clave app's video verification. Third, and honestly, this is the one that trips up so many newly arrived foreigners, you need a Spanish phone number to receive the mandatory SMS verification codes. Now, if you literally just stepped off the plane and don't have a phone contract yet, an eSIM is absolutely your best friend here. The sources we're looking at specifically highlight eSIM providers like SimLocal, who are an affiliate partner, because they can instantly give you a Spanish number and data from day one, without you needing any kind of long-term contract or prior local registry. Get those 3 things sorted first, okay?
Section 4, Steps to Register clave. Time to conquer that cloud-based key.
Before you jump into registering, you kind of need to understand that clave actually offers a few different modes so you don't get lost in the jargon. First up is clave pen. This is just a simple, one-time code sent via SMS or through their app, and it's valid for just 1 single session. There's no permanent password you have to memorize. Then there's clave permanente, which is exactly what it sounds like, a permanent username and password combined with an SMS second factor, specifically designed for frequent users. And importantly, there's clave móvil, which authenticates you directly via the official clave PIN app on your smartphone. Honestly, it's by far the most convenient option out there.
So how do you actually get it? Well, there are 5 different registration paths for clave. But listen closely because I am firmly directing you to path number 1, automatic video ID via the app. It is hands down the absolute fastest route. You just download the official clave PIN app, scan your physical tie card, take a quick selfie, and boom, you're usually approved within minutes to hours. Now, if that fails for some reason, path 2 is requesting an invitation letter by post, which takes about 5 to 10 days to arrive at your registered address. Path 3 is a manual video ID where an actual human reviews your video. Path 4 is using an existing digital certificate, if you somehow already have one. And path 5 is that dreaded in-person office visit, which completely defeats the entire purpose of trying to skip the line in the first place. So yeah, stick to path 1.
Section 5, steps to get FNMT. Let's move to and see how this builds, because we're putting clave aside for a second to tackle this slightly more complex but incredibly powerful digital certificate. Okay, because this certificate is a legally binding digital signature that lives directly on your machine, the security level is understandably higher. You must follow this rigid 4-step sequence exactly. Step 1, prior configuration. You have to install the FNMT configurator software right in your browser, usually Chrome or Firefox. Step 2, request the certificate online. You do this by entering your NIE or TIE and creating a password. Seriously, write that password down somewhere safe because it literally cannot be recovered. After that, you'll get a request code by email. Step 3, accredit your identity. Yep, this is the one and only time you are forced to book an in-person cita previa, usually at the AET, the tax agency. You show up with your physical TIE and that email code. Finally, step 4, download the certificate. About an hour after your appointment, you use your code, your NIE, and that unrecoverable password to download the file itself, which is then valid for 4 whole years.
Section 6, final tips and disclaimer. Just a few crucial pieces of advice to keep your digital identity totally safe.
So, the crucial point is this, and it's your biggest warning regarding the FNMT certificate. Save a backup copy. When you download that .pfx file in Step 4, do not just leave it sitting in your Downloads folder. Put it on a secure USB drive. Back it up to your personal cloud. Because listen, if your computer crashes and you lose that downloaded file, the government is not just going to email it to you again. No way. You will have to repeat the entire in-person process, booking a brand new cita previa from absolute scratch. Please protect that file.
So are you ready to finally skip the line and take control of your Spanish paperwork from the comfort of your own home? As a newly arrived foreigner, this bureaucracy can absolutely make you feel powerless. But spending just 10 minutes today, it suddenly gives you the keys to the kingdom, putting you right back in the driver's seat. Downloading the clave app or setting up that one appointment for your FNMT certificate means your time finally belongs to you again.
Just as a quick reminder to wrap up, this explainer provides informational guidance, not legal advice. Always verify your specific requirements at clave.gov.es and cita.fnmt.gov.es. But I want you to think about this. Once you've completely bypassed the notorious Spanish bureaucracy and reclaimed all those hours of your life, what part of your new dream life in Spain are you going to build next? Thanks so much for watching.
That was a quick overview. On our website you'll find step-by-step guides to many procedures, the Padrón, the health card, the NIE, the TIE, legalization, and more. The link is in the description. And if you get stuck, message our Telegram bot. We'll walk you through for free, step by step.